How can one ask of something when they know not what it is? How can someone ask of something for their self when they their self do not give it? The common refrain, the common rhetoric for us African Americans whenever we protest, whenever we march, is the no justice, no peace, equality, things of such nature. But do you even know what justice is? Do you know what peace is? Do you know what equality is? Do you give justice? Do you give peace? And do you give equality? Once again, for if you don't know what these are, and if you yourself do not give them, then how can you demand them? How can you justly demand them? How can you demand them in righteousness? If you cannot define what they are, then how can you ask for such? If you do not give it, then how can you demand such? How can you? You have been doing so thus far, but the results may be indicative of the very issue that I speak of. Because you demand something which you have not defined. Because you demand something which you don't give yourself. Do you give justice to your own people on a daily basis? Do you give justice to all on a daily basis? Do you demand justice for all on a daily basis? Or just as applies to you? Do you give equality to all on a daily basis? If I were to ask you, are you for or against gay marriage? How many of my black people will say against? And yet you will speak of equality? How can you demand something which you do not give? Do you give peace on a daily basis? Do you exercise peace on a daily basis in your everyday happenings? Do you give it? Do you give as you wish to receive? Do you create as you wish to receive? What is peace? What is peace? What brings about peace? And is it just for you, or is it for all? What brings about justice? What brings about equality? If you do not know how to achieve such, then how can you ask and demand such? If you cannot define such, then how can you demand such? Because how would you know if you received it? If you don't truly know what it is. If you receive something that you believe to be such, and yet it actually isn't, how would you know this if you not know what it is? What would be the outcome of, what would be the outcome? What would be the result? What would be the telltale signs of you asking for something and that which you receive you believe is that what you asked for? There will be something that will occur that show that in actuality you didn't receive that which you thought you were receiving. If you ask for justice and then you offer something and then you take it because you say, well, yes, this is justice, because it was offered in the guise of justice, and you say, yes, this is justice. Well, will not the telltale sign be that there will be no justice? If you ask for equality, then you have been told that you are being given equality, and you accept it as being equality, what would be the telltale sign? Would it not be that there would be an inequality? And such with peace. Would not truth show the light of such things? It would, yes. It has to, yes. It always does, yes, without fail. Truth shines a light on all things. Yes. Truth bears the truth of all things. So I ask you again, how is it that you shall come to know these things?